Welcome everybody to Bajerski channel. Wherever this goes, it's for you, wherever you are. Welcome. Well, it's been a pleasure. I did a box opening, but I haven't showed you that just yet, but I will do. And in that box opening is basically a labour of love, which starts a process of me hunting for, I call it cherry picking. I cherry pick the best of each crystal that I feel works best for me. So each crystal I'll hold and think, okay, this is what I can work with. Not that the other ones are any different, it's just I like to feel them and think, okay, I feel something from this, I'm going to work with this one. It's more to my energy. So basically that's called cherry picking in my eyes. It's not looking for something that looks super beautiful, it's looking for something that vibrates at the frequency that I know that I can work with and also add to it by giving what I call memory. So that's the start, and it can be 2 or 3 years sometimes before we get to an end process. These crystals here took many months. So I'm going to show you and I'm going to talk about one crystal. It's probably one of my favorite crystals. If you were to ask me as a healer, if you were to say to me, look, I'm going out into this world, I'm doing a lot of work, I'm doing a lot of healing, I'm with clients every day, I'm with general public, I'm a nurse, I'm a doctor, I'm just working alongside people who are stressed, poorly, I'm a practitioner in whatever, I'm a yoga teacher, I work in this place and that, surrounded by people who have low energy. So this is the number one crystal, without a doubt. And I've worked with thousands of crystals over these 2 decades. So I'm going to introduce you to this crystal and I'm going to explain exactly why this crystal is so unique to any other crystal in this world. Now, I have made videos of this crystal before, but I think this is a nice time to talk about it because I believe this crystal right now is probably one of the most important crystals in the world right now. So I have a crystal that has 3 crystals on, and this is one of the crystals on the 3 that I sell. So you probably have an idea of what it is now, but I'm going to show you just a small collection of what I now have finished with working with them last night. So basically, I work with them for hours on end. When I'm happy with them, they get sent to Bali. Bali then, I have a beautiful family who work on them with silver. So they're silversmiths. So they create my own design that doesn't overshadow the crystal like many jewelers like to do. They make it simple and very easy to work with, so you can hold it easy as a crystal healer. You can work with it, it's not going to get in the way, it's not going to look too funny. So nice and basic, but very sharp and chic. So I'm really happy with the designs that they've done. These are sterling silver, fantastic, and work really well against the skin, in my opinion. I think they work great. So this is just a collection, and there's some more over there, but I'm just going to show you 3 collections, okay? So the first collection, and I'll introduce you to the crystal as well. Say hello to the beautiful Tektite. There you go. So Tektite is basically a meteorite, and there are different places you can find Tektite. These particular ones, I believe, are from, I think, Cambodia, but I'm not sure, I think, because I often get them sent from different places of the world. So sometimes, you know, Thailand, it depends, they come from all over. So if I feel them and I think that's what I want, then I just ask them to be sent and then I cherry pick. So there you go, there they are. These particular ones have been polished, so they've got a beautiful glaze. And I'll just show you one up close. I really love them in their glaze polished. I really love them like this. And I also really love them in their natural form rawness as well. There you go. These are about mid-size. These are mid-size crystals. Okay, so you can get away with wearing them from day to day. They're not that very heavy that they'll pull your neck. I have bigger ones, which I'm going to show you now, that can be a little bit straining on the neck. So if you're a healer, it's not too bad because you're only working so many hours. But if you want to wear something every day, then these are about as heavy as you should go, in my opinion. So there you go. They are absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to show you some in their natural form. Okay, now these are, I call bombs. There you go. I can't tip them too much because, as you can see, some are round, fully round, almost. Look at that. That is beautiful. Imagine working with that as a healer. Perfect size. I'm going to explain to you now what these do. Okay, so, and the bombs, look at that. Delightful. Imagine working with that. Imagine what energy goes into these. And then some really big beauties. Look at that one. Now these are for healers. These are for people who are doing the serious work, really serious work. Okay, so they're gorgeous. And I'll show you the last ones, which are even bigger. Even bigger. Look at them beauties. So let me show you a big beautiful one there. Now in your hand, perfect for working as a healer. Beautiful size. Again, a nice round ball, perfect to work with. Absolutely amazing. The bombs, gorgeous. Really nice in the hand. Fantastic if you're a healer working with these. And I particularly like these. They call them, they're a bit like a dog bone, right? So they go in and out slightly. There you go. Fantastic to work with. So there you go. Now, let me introduce you to Tektite. Tektite is from out of this world. Tektite has a unique ability, and I've shared this story before, but what I found was it was accidentally came into my life, and as I was working with this crystal, I felt something that pulled it close to me. And as it was pulling close, it always felt like it was pulling down. And I had it around my neck here, but something was wanting me to pull it down as I was working. So I went to the local ferreteria and I bought some string. And what I did was I made the string quite long and put it around my neck, and within 2 or 3 weeks I was starting to adjust it, and I found that I was going further down, and I thought, okay, this is it. And then it felt lower, and I went lower and lower and lower until it touched my belly button, the only crystal. And it went to my belly button. I thought, okay, this is perfect. First of all, I was thinking maybe it's because I can lift it like this, bring it across and work, heal with it. But it wasn't. It wasn't that. Even though it did work very well, I was taking it off my neck and using it on my clients. So it wasn't just that. There was a reason why it was hanging there. So I'm going to show you some now. So here's my belly button. This normally hangs round about here when I use those, but this is just to show you. Okay, so here's a trio, one of my beautiful trios, which is Tektite, Moldavite, Herkimer Diamond. And here is one of my hanging healing crystals that I work with on myself. Nice size, beautiful size, perfect size for me. There you go, hangs gorgeous. So depending on what work I'm doing and where I'm going. So I had a meeting today, and that meeting was with a lot of people. It was going to be quite heavy. So I wore this, and I wore it there, and it felt fine. Could have gone a bit lower. So I realized that going down to the stomach area, something was happening. And I didn't put the pieces together, but every time I wore it, whenever I did a show, I'd always have a Tektite on. It always felt right. And I would often, if I was working with somebody with, say, a pure broken heart within that moment, that freshness of they've just lost a partner, whichever way they've left them, they've cheated on them, they've passed away, grief, that suffering. As a healer, we all know and we empathize with that. We feel it and we want to get rid of it. What I found at the beginning of my journey many years ago is that I was holding the Tektite as I was doing the healing session. So one hand would be scanning and blasting and giving good energy. And this hand would, instead of being out like this, would be holding this. And then I'd take it off my neck. And then I would use the crystal over the client. I'd lay it down on the stomach and just hold my hand over the crystal, just like that. And then I'd take my other hand and hold it out and receive and give. So there came a day, not at a show, but in my healing studio. And I was healing a client. And as I was healing the client, I decided to place the Tektite on the stomach. Anyway, after I'd done the healing session, this is like trying to remember back. I normally sit down and close my eyes and leave the client alone. Let them just be. And I did. I sat down. This time I didn't take the crystals off. And there'll have been a reason for that. And that reason was because I ended up seeing what I saw. But normally I take the crystals off when I finished and then sit down. This time I didn't. And my client was lying down. And the Tektite was on the stomach of my client. Now, I always put a purple or a pink cloth, nice woolly cloth, over the client so they stay warm and feel cozy. So it was very easy to see. My background wall was purple, and it was for me easy to see. When I have a background of white or purple, it's easy for me to see energy. Purple actually more so, but that's just my eyes. But what I saw was something that just blew me away. Never seen it in a crystal done this way, but the client had suffered something really bad. That hour session had been finished. I'd worked on the heart, I'd worked on the stomach, and I'd worked on the head. Now I'd sat down like this, and my client was lying down on the healing bed, and I would just close my eyes and just breathe, and then I'd probably take a glass of water and hold it, ready to give good energy into that water and give it to my client. I opened my eyes, and I saw something I've never seen before with a crystal, an energy. So what was happening is this client was suffering from a broken heart. I can't remember what exactly, but the pain or the residue of the healing session where the heart was, the negative energy was releasing. So as this client was breathing, I could see this negative energy come out. But what was so fascinating is what the energy lifted in the air and went inside into the stomach. But I was looking, I'm thinking, that's not going into the stomach. It's going into the Tektite. It was literally absorbing that energy. It was a magnet pulling in to this crystal, and it was absorbing into the crystal. That was the first time I realized this crystal is extremely special. Not only for clients that I would gift this crystal to, and many famous clients who worked worldwide and spoke to thousands of people. And they always said, got it around my neck. Accountants, solicitors, I know tons of them, they all wear it. Never show you, always wear it. And every time I see them, they take it out. Still got it, man. Still doing its job. So I say, yeah, it's an incredible crystal. It doesn't get that much recognition. I don't think many people actually know this. Maybe they do, I don't know. But I'm here to tell you it works. So as a healer, I often held my crystal and worked with my client, knowing that any residue that would come off would go into the crystal, and anything that is within me and around me would be absorbed instantly. If I felt I needed to go near to the client and clear and absorb, I'd quickly take this off, put it late onto the client and move to the other part of the body. So as I'm healing at this part of the body, I now know that I need to take this crystal, which is the Tektite, lay it down where I've just worked, move away, go to the head. At the same time, anything that's been dispersed in the body as energy, negative energy that needs to go is now being absorbed by that crystal. Once I've seen that cleared, I pick that up, then go to the head, put it down next to the head after the blast of the energy there, then continue around the rest of the body. So it was a constant, beautiful work. And you can get even more deeper into this. You can go to the head, you can start at the left-hand side, call to the left, take this off, put it down to the left, and then move either your hand this way, call again. When you finish there, take the crystal and move it. So you blast and place the crystal there, which absorbs. This is an absolutely amazing technique. And I think anybody can heal with a Tektite, and it works amazingly well. You can ask your client to lie down. You can lay a Tektite. You can lay 3 Tektites on them, one back of the head, one on the chest, one on their stomach, and you can just walk away and come back in an hour, and I guarantee you that client will feel better. You don't even need to do anything. I mean, for me, I like to just put my love into that crystal before I start. It's just something, it's like a little routine for me. I'll hold a crystal, maybe 3, 4, 5, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Okay, and then I lay it on. So I don't know, it's not like activating your crystal, but it's like saying thank you and please do your work, do your job. It's kind of like a little mantra I say in my own mind to the crystal, and let's get going, let's do the work. I don't believe there is a crystal that does this. I believe most crystals from Mother Earth's ground has a unique energy that it emits into the ether all over, and it kicks this energy out, and that energy has great power to pinpoint certain issues, blocks, traumas, places where it's weak. And certain crystals has a unique ability of doing something at a certain point in that body or around that body that either activates, helps, makes a difference. But the only crystal that I've ever worked with that literally absorbs pain, suffering, shock, fear, negative energy, all of the low vibration is this beautiful crystal. So I want to welcome you to the world of Tektite, and it is a beautiful crystal. I'm still waiting for one particular crystal that a client had, I don't know whether they dropped it or not, but it was by chance, nothing by chance. Sent me a picture and said, oh, there's something wrong with this crystal, and I'm going, there's nothing wrong with that crystal. That is a rare crystal because it has a certain formation inside it, which most Tektites don't. So she says, oh, can I said, yes, send it back, please. I'll send you a replacement, knowing that this crystal is worth like 50 times more because it's a rare specimen. So she was happy, I'm happy, and then I promised it a friend. So I'm going to let you see it, and I'm going to give it to the friend as a gift because he's a meteorologist. And I said, I've got something really special, and he got excited. And so, because you imagine, to find what's inside what this lady may have dropped or it cracked is this beautiful, I'm going to tell you all about it later, but if I was to break 10,000 of these, none of them would have what this has. And isn't it funny how that broke and it has this beautiful, I'll tell you about it later. So it's really interesting. So that's it, really. I wanted to share the world of Tektite. Any questions that you want to ask about these, please put it down below. I love talking about Tektite. I could talk about Tektite all day, but 20 minutes is okay. You like that energy of about 10-15 minutes. I could talk about it on different levels on how to use them with other crystals, but predominantly the best 2 crystals I've ever worked with Tektite is Moldavite and Herkimer diamond. They are if you can go to a local crystal store and say to them you would like a piece of Moldavite, a piece of Tektite, and a piece of Herkimer diamond, get them together, work with them, you'll understand. Won't take you long, you'll understand. But it's fantastic. So as bombs are concerned, or teardrops, whatever you want to call them, welcome to the world of Tektite. Aren't they just divine? eh? Oh, I just love them. Just love them. Yeah, feel great. Feel great. Okay, guys, I'm going to now work very hard and get these put up on Bajerski.com. It's going to take me a couple of days. I'm going to start from now and then take beautiful photos, upload them, and they'll be up there hopefully in the next few days. And I've got a lot of work to do. I'm going to start doing a few more videos on crystals, so I hope you enjoy the coming few weeks that I'm going to work very hard to share my knowledge on crystals, well, for the ones that I've worked with anyway. Alright guys, take care, and thank you once again for going to markbajerski.com and buying your authentic Tektites, Moldavites, Herkimer diamonds, all the crystals that I have on there. Enjoy the shop, and thank you so much. Take care.